if I do, or if I did. These two little patterns look almost the same, but they send very different messages. In this lesson you will learn exactly when to use each one with clear rules, real examples, the mistakes to avoid, and a short practice at the end. Let's begin. Here is the whole lesson in one line. If I do is for things that can really happen. If I did is for things you only imagine. Everything else today comes from this one idea. Let's start with the first pattern. After if, we use the present simple. In the other half of the sentence, we use will plus the base verb.
If it rains tomorrow, we will stay at home.
Notice the present simple, rains, after if, even though we are talking about tomorrow. This is the rule that most learners break. Rain is possible, so this is a real plan for a real situation. Now the second pattern. After if, we use the past simple. In the other half, we use would plus the base verb.
If I won the lottery, I would buy a house by the sea.
I probably will not win the lottery, so this is imagination, not a plan. Here is why the difference matters. The same situation told two ways.
If I see Anna, I will give her your message.
That means I expect to see her. It is likely.
If I saw Anna, I would give her your message.
That means I do not expect to see her. Only do and did changed, but the listener hears something completely different. So when do we choose the first conditional? Use it whenever the situation can really happen. It is perfect for real future plans, for warnings, for promises and offers, and for simple cause and effect.
If I finish work early, I will call you. If you touch that, you will burn your hand. If you help me today, I will help you tomorrow. If you study every day, your English will improve.
Let's hear 4 more real examples.
If I miss the bus, I will take a taxi. If the shop is open, I will buy some bread. If she calls, tell her I am busy. If we leave now, we will not be late.
Look at the third one. Instead of will, we used an instruction, tell her I am busy. That is still a first conditional because the if half is present simple and the situation is real. Now the second conditional. Choose it when the situation is not real at the moment. Use it for dreams, for unlikely futures, for impossible situations, and very usefully, for giving advice.
If I had more money, I would travel the world. If I met the president, I would ask him one question. If I were a bird, I would fly home. If I were you, I would say sorry.
And 4 more, this time in the imaginary world.
If I had more time, I would learn the guitar. If I lived in London, I would speak English every day. If she studied harder, she would pass easily. If I did not have a cold, I would come with you.
In every one of these, the past form tells us that the situation is not true right now. Now the most important idea in this lesson, and the one that unlocks the second conditional. When we say if I did, the past form is not about past time. It creates distance from reality. So, if I had a car today, I would drive you to the station. That sentence is about now or about the future. It is not about yesterday. The past form simply says this is not true. Here is a special case you will use constantly. In the second conditional, after I, he, she, and it, we often use were instead of was.
If I were you, I would take the job.
If I was you is common in everyday speech, but in exams and in writing, were is the safer, more standard choice. And if I were you, I would learn this phrase by heart. It is the most natural way to give advice in English. Now the mistakes I see most often. Try to correct each read sentence in your head before I say it. First, if it will rain tomorrow. After, if we need the present simple, if it rains tomorrow, we will cancel. Second, if I would have time. After, if we need the past simple, if I had time, I would help you. The third and fourth sentences break exactly the same rules. And notice this, one single rule fixes all four. Never put will or would directly after if. A quick point about word order. You can put the if half first or second. Listen.
If I have time, I will help you. I will help you if I have time.
Both are correct, and they mean exactly the same thing. The only difference is punctuation. When the if half comes first, we write a comma between the two halves. When it comes second, we do not. One easy way to sound more natural is to change the word would. Would means I am sure of the result. Could means it would be possible. Might means perhaps. I am not sure.
If I had a car, I would drive there. If I had a car, I could drive there. If I had a car, I might drive there.
And the same idea works in the first conditional, where may and might soften will. So before you speak, ask yourself one question. Can this really happen? If the answer is yes, it is possible. Use if I do and will. If the answer is no, I am only imagining. Use if I did and would. That one question will fix most conditional mistakes. Time to practice. 4 sentences. Decide whether each one is real or imaginary, then put the verbs into the right form. Pause the video now and press play again when you are ready to check. Here are the answers.
If it rains tomorrow, we will cancel the picnic.
Rain is possible, so first conditional.
If I were you, I would take that job.
You are not me. That is unreal, so second conditional with were.
If she studies harder, she will pass next week's exam.
The exam is real and coming soon, so first conditional.
If I spoke perfect Japanese, I would work in Tokyo.
I do not speak perfect Japanese, so second conditional. How many did you get right? Let's recap. Number 1. If I do, if plus the present simple, then will plus a verb. Real and likely. Number 2. If I did, if plus the past simple, then would plus a verb. Imaginary or unlikely. Number 3. The past form means not real, not past time. Number 4. Never put will or would directly after if. And number 5, for advice, if I were you, I would. Well done. You now know exactly when to say if I do and when to say if I did. Here is your homework. Write 2 sentences about your own life in the comments. 1 real with if I do, 1 imaginary with if I did. If this lesson helps you, subscribe to BMaster79 for more English and IELTS lessons. See you in the next one.